Welcome back to the Bottom of the Cup Show. I'm Atomico, and today we're sinking our teeth into a cult classic, The Lost Boys. Released in 1987, this film redefined vampire lore for a whole generation. Starring Kiefer Sutherland, Corey Haim, Corey Feldman, and Jamie Gertz. It's a mix of horror, comedy, and a little bit of cool that still resonates today. Ain't that right, Friendie?
Hey, y'all. Good to be here, Atomico. You kind of sound like Awesemo today.
I guess I kind of do, but...
Yeah, but okay. You betcha, buddy. And let's not forget that happening boardwalk scene.
Oh?
And the iconic I Still Believe performance by that muscular saxophone player. That was amazing and insane. It was so hilarious. That got me immediately hooked on this movie. Non-stop action from the get-go.
So, not to get too deep into it, but so you really like the movie, huh?
Yeah, the first time I saw it a long time ago, it really wasn't my bag, but this time around, you know, for the most part, it held my interest. Mm-hmm. Oh, and man, sorry, I lost my place there on the script. That fashion, I love it. That 80s fashion. Really, the 80s really had it going on. And the two Coreys, they were like the dynamic duo of the decade.
Absolutely. Now let's consider where The Lost Boys fits in the vampire genre. I know one of your favorite vampire movies is what is that? The Coppola Dracula movie.
Oh man, that
Francis Ford Coppola. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, Bram Stoker's. Yes, I love that. Well, okay, I'm not gonna go on a tangent because this isn't about that. But yes, vampires have always been cool, but from the 80s to the 90s, yes, and this movie fits in with the cool era of the vampire. Definitely.
Yeah, and these vampires, man, they really had some power in this one. They weren't well, I mean, I guess Lestat in the Interview with the Vampire, he's got some powers too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, these are the type of vampires I've been waiting to see. They're strong, they're fast, they're mean. You know, all I really want after that is a good history on the vampires that you don't really get. You kind of just get them, here I am, I'm a vampire. Like, I want more than that. You know what I mean?
They definitely do that in this. Yeah, they definitely do that in this. You don't get too much backstory for the vamps. But I think it works in this because they're already in Santa Clara, the little town that they live in. They're already embedded because, you know, at the end.
They're well established.
Yep. He's like, I hate the damn vampires when he's talking about at the very end.
Yeah.
But, yeah. So, are
we all over the place here?
Yeah, we're all over the place, but I feel like, so you would lump that in with like Francis Ford Coppola and like Interview with the Vampire.
Okay, no. Those movies to me stand alone from this type of movie. To your point that you made earlier, this is the cool vampire. This is the movie that kind of started that genre of vampires, is the cool. You know, Lestat was kind of the cool vampire, but he still had class, whereas these guys are so embedded within their time period, which is the 80s. You know what I mean? So this movie stands apart from the other movies of its time from the late 80s, because this is 87, and Dracula came out in 92, I think, right? In 93?
I think so.
So, I mean, it's a genre that became popular at that time. Interview with the Vampire, the book came out in the 70s, but the movie came out in...
sometime in the 90s, I think.
In the 90s, yeah. So, yeah, people love their vampires, but this movie, like I'm repeating myself now, I'm a little caffeinated and tired. This movie stands alone with the cool vampire genre, if you will, which kind of also leads into the show True Blood, which is way later.
Man, I'm not even going to get into that. I can't stand it.
We're not going to touch it. But
Cannot stand it.
You got me, you know I like my vampires. You got me started. Here we go. Okay, back to the topic, Friendie.
The story follows two brothers who discover their new town of Santa Clara, a fictional town in California, is a haven for vampires. The film cleverly blends horror with teenage angst. There's definitely an abundance of that, even though the older brother looks like he's probably pushing 30.
He's on his second marriage.
Yes, he is.
Speaking of vampires, how about that vampire crew? They're like a freaking rock band on dirt bikes, man. You got their style like we talked about earlier. They're totally decked out in 80s goth, which I love. 80s goth rocker, right? And then they got their motorbikes, right? So they are the epitome of, like what I was saying, the cool vampire of the 80s.
I really love their style. I thought it was a... Yeah, they got Kiefer. He's got like arm bangles or something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, he was Hot Topic before Hot Topic existed.
Exactly.
But better quality. I really like his style.
Yeah, definitely.
So you know what? Let's take a little break and guess who we're going to bring out? Because we're talking about, you know, the aesthetic of the vampires and the crew.
Mr. Cool himself, my best friend and my partner in crime.
Who's that?
Noodles.
All right, we'll be right back, and we'll bring out the Noodle Dude.
Yeah.
Hey, man! What's
Noodles.
going on?
Hey, buddy!
It's me!
Whoa.
Noodles!
Whoa, dude! You look spectacular this time, y'all. I wish you could see him.
Oh?
He's dressed like Kiefer Sutherland, dude. Like he just came straight out of... Lost Boys.
Hey, man, you like my mullet? Well, it's kind of like a mullet hawk, but it's still pretty cool.
Oh, yeah, and you got the long black coat. You got the little bracelet bangles. You got a jingle bell in your earring. What is going on? Good to see you, buddy.
Yeah, I'm looking Billy Butch today, brother.
Really, Billy Butch? All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing's more Butch than Kiefer Sutherland in makeup and eyeliner. Right, brother?
He rocks it, man.
He looks like a damn rock star.
He does. He just needs a guitar. Wait, wasn't that, what's that dude's name for Queen of the Damned? Lestat. It's the same vampire.
I love that guy.
He became a rock star in that, didn't he?
Yeah, the Vampire Lestat, that book.
Yeah.
The end of it.
Yeah.
Going into your favorite Queen of the Damned.
Hate the movie.
Right, man?
Sorry. With all due respect, but that soundtrack is phenomenal. One of the best movie soundtracks ever made.
Or one of the worst damn movies ever. Oh, God.
Thank you, Jonathan Davis, and the other guy. I can't remember his name.
Yeah, that book. I read that book when I was just a little noodle. And yeah, it's a damn good book.
All right. Yeah, it is, isn't it?
She weaves a hell of a yarn.
Anne Rice, God bless.
God bless.
Yeah, but these vampires, they kind of started, right? The cool vampire theme, if you will.
Yeah, I kind of think you're right. And, you know, what about their lair? How was that? That old hotel that had fallen into a fault crack or something?
I dig it.
Look what cool little backstories. They really nailed the setting.
Yeah, they did. And it goes along with the theme of things, like Birdie would say. You know, they're all dark, dingy 80s, gothic, and then they have their lair, and it's very 80s, but still it's kind of what is it, gothic noir, if you will, or
right? You're kind of right.
Yeah.
Horror goth.
Thank you. That's what that.
I just made that up. I think. I don't know if that's real.
I think it's a repetitive term, but redundant.
What about the Jim Morrison references? Like people are strange.
Yeah.
They had that.
Yeah, I dig that. I'm a huge fan.
Then the
big picture of him they had in there.
The big picture in their lair and
Atomico, where'd you go, buddy? Tune in. Hello.
I'm just over here listening, man.
Okay, all right. Feel free to chime in, though.
The lead actor, who we didn't, I think it's Jason Patrick.
Uh-huh.
He kind of had the Jim Morrison hair. There's that scene where I think he's drinking the blood, the wine or whatever. And you see his face is over layering the Jim Morrison poster in the lair.
Oh, okay.
Do you remember that?
Kind of. Wait, I thought, wasn't he on a bridge when he drank? No, that's
man.
That's after.
Yeah, Kiefer handed him that bottle after playing the, like, why are you eating worms, bro?
Oh, that was so
He was glamoring him.
Yeah, he was.
You were talking about, I heard, I'm always around the corner listening to the show before you guys let me in. Someone locked the door. But anyways, I heard you mention that, they have powers. They can fly.
They're very powerful, which I enjoy. They should be.
They got the glamour.
You know, yeah, very powerful.
Why are you eating
glamour.
those? I thought those were noodles. They're earthworms.
He was playing Jedi mind tricks on him.
Oh, don't get me started. We're going down that road, brother.
No, we're not.
No?
Oh, can you imagine vampires in Star Wars? Holy hell, that would have been amazing. Christmas morning, that would have been cool.
I think those lightsabers would have, just turned them into dust, though. 'Cause
Probably.
they're like little suns.
Yeah, probably. Good point. Okay, we're so off topic, I love it.
How the hell did we get back into Star Wars? I mean, at least last time there was, Jake Lloyd, little Annie Skywalker.
Well,
at least you had that, Noodles.
Okay.
How are you bringing this always back to
let's
Star
do
Wars?
what is it, the 6 degree or
6 degrees of Yoda.
of Kevin Bacon. Let me tell you a quick story, y'all. I once ran into Kevin Bacon on the streets of the east side of a town I won't say. Okay, I was minding my business walking down the street, and I literally ran into his torso because he was way taller than me. He was wearing a black shirt, black pants, Cadillac, rancid.
Wait, how tall is that guy?
He's huge, man. But I literally ran into him, and I looked up at him, and I was like, well, Kevin Bacon. And he's like, excuse me. And then he walked away, and I was like, oh, I just ran into Kevin Bacon.
Whoa.
And that was that. I think he was in town for the Bacon Brothers.
Well, too cool for school, huh?
Very. He could have been in this movie. Him and Kiefer would have been interesting, the dudes of the 80s. That would have been interesting, right?
You know, I could see that. Definitely.
Yeah, he would have been an interesting emo goth vampire.
I don't know, man. I think Kiefer really...
He owned it.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
You notice the other, 3 vampires don't really talk.
No, because he owns it. He's busy.
Yeah, he's the boss.
Yeah. Oh, but his acting to me is one of his best roles. That's like Tom Cruise as Lestat. He freaking owned that role. You know?
Oh, yeah, man. Oh, I love him in that.
But also, sorry, Tom goes like, read the script, buddy. Bring it in. The cinematography, I thought was spectacular. It really captures the eerie yet stylish tone of the movie. From the very beginning, it's what captured my attention, aside from the cool vampires, was just how clear, crisp, and beautiful everything was. And it really tied the tone together. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man, I think that camera work was something else.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah, definitely. And
good lighting.
Very
great
good
colors,
lighting.
too.
Use
When they're
of
in that
natural,
video game
yeah.
store, or video game,
Oh.
I said video game. I meant video rental store. Jeez.
Or you mean the comic book store?
No, the video store where
Oh, the mom
that one
worked.
guy, yeah.
Yeah.
There's the neon lights. God, it took me forever to think. They don't really have those anymore.
No, not really.
Not really.
That was a real video store, and the guy in there was the real owner. Ed something.
Whoa, is that true?
Yeah. Oh, I should have added that bit of trivia. Oh, excuse me. Oh, that was disgusting.
Oh.
That smells like pepperoni.
Oh, man.
Oh,
It smells
sorry.
like Roni in here, man. now I'm hungry for pizza.
Oh, God.
Oh, that's sick.
Sorry. Maybe we should break in the... I'll take a
we'll
sip
come
of water.
back. Go outside, open the studio, and air it out.
Well,
We'll be right back.
after these messages, you're in the dungeon with Friendie, Atomico, and Noodles.
This is the
I had to.
This is not your dungeon. All right, so let's talk about the music, right?
Oh, okay.
This film's soundtrack is a character in its own right. I mean, it really sets the mood. You know, speaking of standout, so we start off with, what is that? Cry Little Sister?
Great song. Yeah.
It's like, would you say it's the theme of this movie?
It is. It is the theme of the movie. Yeah.
Like, if this were a classical movie, it'd be like the interlude would be like
Yeah.
the instrumental part of the song.
Yeah,
right?
the main theme running through the movie. Yeah.
Exactly.
It definitely is. I would say so. Yeah. And who sang that? Or who made that song? Aside from the great cover by Marilyn Manson.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I actually prefer the Manson version. Don't get mad at me or anything.
Why would I? I brought it up.
By Greg McMahon.
Oh, okay.
Oh, sorry, Greg. Oh, my goodness. Gerald McMahon. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. Gerald McMahon. What am I reading?
Oh, you didn't have enough coffee today.
No, I didn't.
Oh.
Hey, did you catch that Roger Daltrey covering Don't Let the Sun Go Down on Me?
Oh, really? When the heck did that play in the movie?
Exactly, because you're so used to, like, the Elton John version.
Yeah.
And
Great song.
But yeah, Roger Daltrey. That was cool.
Very cool. Okay. And then, who did the Doors cover? Who sang that?
Who did the Doors cover? Oh, my goodness. I'm not prepared today. I didn't have any coffee.
Echo and the Bunnyman.
Oh, my goodness. One of my favorite bands.
Right on. Talk about goth 80s
The
music.
Killing Moon and Lips Like Sugar.
Yeah, yes.
Sugar Kisses.
Lips like sugar. Sugar kisses.
Yeah,
Thank
man,
you.
get it.
Thank you.
Get it, bro. Wow. Oh, my goodness.
Just trying to have some fun.
All right.
Yeah, I love that song. We sing it to our cat Freya on a daily basis. These sugar kisses.
Oh, my goodness. That's not why you call them that. Anyway, speaking of standout elements.
Great soundtrack.
Yes, it is. We can't overlook the two Corys, the elephant in the room right there. Corey Haim and Corey Feldman.
Corey Feldman, he's fallen off the damn truck recently. This mother goose.
Oh, you're just mad because he didn't let you into as an angel.
I don't want to be one. He needs to stop thinking he's Michael Jackson, bro. Let it go. Stop wearing lipstick.
Wow.
Leave those prostitutes alone.
Oh, man. Wow. You're really throwing the shade, Friendie. You always get after me for throwing shade.
No, this time I watched the show with him, and let me tell you, Corey's angels. Leave those women alone. They don't need to be saved by you, buddy. I don't trust you, man.
Oh, man. You're tearing the brother down.
It's not personal. It's business, and I don't like your business.
Oh. All right. Well, irregarding that, or disregarding that, whatever I'm trying to say here, the two Corys' chemistry in The Lost Boys was a key part of its charm. This film marked the beginning of their iconic partnership in Hollywood during the 80s and early 90s.
Definitely, definitely. I will say, though, that I spent the entire movie thinking that his buddy was the other Corey. The whole time. Until the end of the movie, and I looked at the trivia, and I was, oh, it's the young boy. Oh, it's the little boy. What's his name? The young brother. That was the other Corey. I had no idea. I was confused.
Man,
and I thought, oh, those two dudes don't have any chemistry. They don't seem like friends at all. Yeah, so that's all I have to say about that. I wore a tie for this. No lie.
What did you think? Speaking of the Corys, or Corey Feldman for that matter, what did you think of his voice?
Nothing personal, buddy.
He sounded like Atomico.
I was not feeling
Was
his...
he like 12 years old? And he's like...
He was about 16, I heard. He was on a coke binge when he came in to start filming, and they fired his ass and had to bring him back after he apologized. He was about 16, 17 years old.
If that's true,
It's true,
I
apparently.
don't even know what to say about that.
That's sad. That's Hollywood.
And yes, he did talk in my voice, like almost
He did.
exactly.
It drove me nuts. I will tell you, he didn't make the movie for me. I'll leave it at that. Kiefer did.
Okay. All right. You're absolutely correct.
Yes.
Actually, the two Corys...
I wasn't impressed. But they were kids. Though I've seen better kid actors. I'm not trying to be a douchebag. I'm being honest, y'all.
Yeah, I agree with you. Kiefer owned it. And even though the other three vamps didn't talk, they had presence.
They did. The whole group did.
They had gravitas.
They definitely did. You were scared of them. I thought they would kidnap. They're kidnapping people. Were they? Were they kidnapping people? Just taking people?
Brother, they weren't just kidnapping them. I don't think they got that far. They didn't take them anywhere.
No, you're
They just
right.
splattered them on the spot, bro.
Oh, yeah, okay, they were that evil then. I kind of blanked out in the middle of the movie. I'm sorry, I did. It kind of lagged on for me personally. But I was doing something else. I don't
Oh, man,
remember
I was
what.
on for the ride.
Yeah, you were. What the heck was I even up to? I can't remember.
You're on your little tablet or something.
I must have been playing bingo or reading trivia. I was reading trivia the whole time. That's why.
Well, so Friendie, they did back to the Corey so we can just wrap that up, all right?
Sure.
After the Lost Boys, those two teamed up for several other movies, like License to Drive, which I would like to review one day.
Okay.
Dream a Little Dream. And they were like the dynamic duo of teen cinema back then.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Their off-screen relationship really translated on screen. Not so much in this movie, though. Like you said, Friendie. They
had just met, so they hadn't built that friendship yet, and they weren't that close in the actual movie. He was with the other kid, who I thought was the other Corey. That's why you don't see their chemistry, is because they were kind of older than him, and the two teenagers, Corey and the random kid. No offense, I can't think of your name, any of the names, really. And then the other Corey was the young kid, so they didn't really have a
the brother.
Yeah, the young brother. So they didn't have an established relationship yet in the movie or in real life.
Yeah, they meet at that comic shop.
Uh-huh.
And, I guess that was inspired by real-life comic book enthusiasts.
Oh, cool, really?
So that's pretty cool, right?
Yeah, I dig that. And they made that did you know they made that comic book for the movie? The vampire something?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
The one that those kids, think is legit?
Yeah, look it up. Okay, we're going to take a pause, and we'll be right back.
So, what did you think of the special effects, Friendie?
Oh, it was great, but hold on now. The comic book was called Vampires Everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, man. Yeah.
We took a coffee break and we're back. But the special effects, oh man, they really made the vampires creepy. When they vamped out, and apparently this movie is the movie that started that term, vamp out. So when they vamped out in this movie, the masks and the makeup, the prosthetics that they had were amazing. And then when they would fly around, oh, it was so cool.
Yeah, the series that I used to watch, Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Okay.
That whole vamp out thing and their face get all bumpy, like Kiefer and them did.
Yeah.
Yeah, Buffy, or Joss Whedon, whoever did that show, they just took that and ran with it, man.
Oh, from this movie, yeah.
Yeah,
totally. This movie started that, yeah.
Yeah, where their face gets all vampy.
Mm-hmm, yep.
I like when the vampires died. I think they say, what was that guy, Corey? He's like, oh, no vampire dies the same. Or whatever he said in his stupid voice.
I wasn't paying attention.
Atomico.
I wasn't paying attention.
Well, yeah. Thanks, Noodles.
You sound better, though.
One explodes, and now I'm self-conscious. Jeez.
No. Oh, come on.
One explodes, one melts, and Kiefer Sutherland just cries.
What?
Do you don't remember that?
No.
He didn't explode or nothing. He just cried.
Well, how did I miss? Oh man, how did I miss that?
Yeah, man. He goes out like a chump.
I thought what's his name in Twilight? Glittering was bad enough. Oh, come
Glitter
on.
Boy. Oh, get out of here.
We marathoned that for the. I've never seen those movies, and we marathoned it.
Not worth it.
A few weekends ago.
No.
Yeah.
So, Joel Schumacher, I'm rating this in. Joel Schumacher, the director, brought a unique vision, balancing horror with a sense of fun. Okay, I can kind of see that.
Yeah, yeah, okay. It was fun.
So let's dive into a little trivia. Speaking of directors, trivia about The Lost Boys. Did you know initially that the director's chair was not set for Joel Schumacher, but instead Richard Donner, known for The Goonies, was originally considered for this role?
Yeah, imagine how different the movie would have been if the other director would have directed this movie. I wonder how the tone would have changed or how the characters would have changed, right?
I heard it was going to be basically Goonies with vampires.
Oh, I haven't seen that movie, so I don't know what to say about that. I don't know. But Schumacher, though, his vision really shaped the film and its unique style. And as for the screenplay, it was actually penned by Giannis Fisher, James Jeremiah, and Jeffrey Boehm? Right? Am I saying that right? And while it's an original story, it does take some inspiration from vampire lore and Peter Pan, hence the title, The Lost Boys.
Well, I guess that makes sense, right? I mean, the Lost Boys never age like a vampire.
Yeah, mm-hmm.
Yeah. Here's a cool bit. The production design. The vampire lair was actually built inside a soundstage to create that eerie underground feel. Talk about movie magic, right?
Oh, yeah, that's cool. Yeah, that vampire lair was one of the coolest ones I've ever seen. You know, it's not a vampire club. It's a vampire hangout, and I dug it. It was so 80s and so gothic, like I was saying earlier, and it just really lends to the vampire characters.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with you, Friendie. You're totally right on that.
Yeah.
It added to the whole aesthetic of the film.
Yeah, it did. It
And
definitely
even the
did.
city kind of had a rundown look to it, right?
Yeah, it was almost like a comic book feel, if you will. You know,
Ooh.
like The Crow. The movie definitely felt
Very
like the
astute
comic book.
observation.
Yeah.
Very astute, sir.
Yeah, it was very interesting.
So, yeah, all that's pretty fantasizing. Fascinating? Fantasizing. Oh, my
Whoa.
goodness. What are we? Oh, wow.
Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy.
Where am I?
He's tired. He's brain fried. He's been working too long, I tell you. On this last one, he spent 24 hours working on it.
I'm a
Buddy.
perfectionist. All right, the making of the film is as interesting as the film itself. But now,
Yeah.
let's move on to our next segment.
Okay.
Pros and cons, anyone?
Pros and cons. All right.
Let's start with the noodle dude this time.
Go for
Noodles.
it, buddy.
Noodles, go. All right, man. Pro. The blend of horror and humor works great.
Yeah.
Con. Some might find the 80s vibe a bit dated. But if you do, well, you're kind of a loser. But anyways, I love it.
That's such a redundant statement to me. Oh, it's dated. Of course, it's from that time period. What do you expect it to be?
Thank you.
Sorry, that saying,
My
right?
point exactly.
Yeah, man, that saying drives me up the wall. Let me tell you, okay.
So, Friendie, what's your pro?
Well, buddy, and Atomico, my other buddy, to me, the biggest pro is Kiefer freaking Sutherland. He kills it as the lead vampire. His acting is spot on. He really fully embodies the character, and his emoting is just fantastic. It's chillingly good. Okay, he convinces me he's really a vampire. I think we said that a few times in the beginning of the movie. Like, we think Kiefer is really this guy.
That's true.
Yeah. Okay, con. At times, and this is for me specifically, the movie can feel a bit over the top, but hey, y'all, it was the 80s. So that was the whole theme of the thing, you know? Over the top, dramatic, the music, the hair, the dirt bikes. I mean, it's not that bad of a con, really. It's more of a pro. Yeah, I dug it.
Well, I will agree with both of you. I love the 80s aesthetic,
Uh-huh.
and Kiefer is king.
He
At least
killed
in that
it.
movie.
Yeah, at least in that movie. I haven't seen him in much else.
We'll go down that road, partner.
Yeah, okay. All right. But now we're going to go down to the road of ratings.
Yeah, man, time for ratings.
Take it away, Atomico.
All right, my rating, 4 out of 5 cups of coffee. I love this movie.
Oh, wow.
4 out of 5. I don't give out 5s lightly, so
He
this is a
doesn't,
4.
y'all.
This is a
Yeah.
4 out of 5.
All right. Okay. Well, excuse me. I'm burping up that pizza again.
Sick!
I'll even possess myself.
He's got demons running all through him. All through him.
We'll have to review that movie. The new one's coming out soon.
I don't care about the new one.
Beetlejuice, y'all. Can you believe that 30-something years later, they're finally making a sequel? Get real! I'm gonna see it, though. Okay, for my rating, y'all, I'm giving this movie a 4.5 out of 5 cups of coffee, y'all.
That's a high rating.
Yeah, even though I kind of blinked out in the middle of it, I was too busy reading trivia. I still think it was a fun and entertaining movie. Yeah.
You know what? I'm calling an audible here. I was
Oh?
going to give this 4 cups for myself,
Okay.
but for the nostalgia, the cool factor, and, you know, I agree with you, Friendie. This is a 4.5 for me.
Whoa. Ding, 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 ding. He brought it up.
I brought it up. I was going to give 4. It's getting 4.5.
And you know what? Noodles, be real, man. You were in love. He had sparkly anime eyes for Kiefer Sutherland and his
leave me
gang,
be.
man. Their dirt bikes, their outfits, they were so rock and roll and so powerful.
Oh, man, I went out there and stole your bike.
He
I
tried.
didn't get very far.
You didn't get very far, no.
No, I didn't know how to change gears, so I was stuck in first gear.
It's the only and only time you're gonna get your hands on my bike, partner.
All I did was make a lot of noise. I didn't go
You didn't
anywhere.
even leave the driveway, y'all.
Oh, leave me be.
I let him turn the bike on. But we thought that really brought it home for us. With this movie was the music, the atmosphere, the cinematography, the direction, the way everything looked. And the kick-ass vampires.
Yeah, the movie The Lost Boys just has a, it's on another time, another place, and it's in another world.
Definitely.
I'm sorry.
It stands alone. It does.
Yeah, everyone's playing basketball, but this one is on, it's on the golf course or something. It's a totally different game.
Good.
Totally
good
different
analogy,
game.
buddy.
So, audience, if you're listening, if you care, maybe what's your take on The Lost Boys? Drop your thoughts and your own cups of coffee ratings in the comments.
Yeah.
And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to more Bottom of the Cup content.
Oh, we're wrapping it up. Okay.
Yeah, we're wrapping this one up, baby.
Wrapping up, yeah. All right. Thanks, y'all, for tuning in to another episode with me, your co-host, Friendie, and my best friends,
Noodles!
And
me, Atomico.
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in to the Bottom of the Cup show. Until next time, keep your cups full.
And your heart's fuller.
Yeah, man.
And maybe go be a vampire for a little bit. Seems cool.
Yeah, bleach your hair.
Yeah.
Shave the sides.
Yeah.
Maybe let that mullet rock.
Do it, man. Interesting that the side shaved head is now back in style from the 80s and the 90s.
Yeah, man, I like that Tennessee top hat.
Kiefer rocked it, man, with his eyeliner and his snarl. Yeah, right on.
Kiefer is king.
He made this movie.
Yes, he did.
Cry, little sister.
No, God.
No, thou shall not. Whatever.
I was going to go in there, but I was intimidated. I'm sorry.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
You gotta just let it out, man.
All right, man. How do you turn this damn thing off?
Happy Sunday or Monday. Oh, God.
Oh,
it's
geez.
Monday.
Not enough coffee for you either. You and Atomico.
We're tired.
All right, well, let's get the hell out of here.
Bye.
All right, bye, everyone. Noodles, turn that damn thing off already.